All right, let's find how much area is between these two functions, 5 minus x squared and 2 minus 2x. All right, so let's graph these. 5 minus x squared, that is, it has a y-intercept of 5, and it's going to equal 0 when x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 5. What is that roughly? That's going to give us about 2.24. So just barely past 2. All right. The other function, g of x, let's give a name to that. That's f of x. Now, g of x is 2 minus 2x. So that's a downward line, slope of minus 2, y-intercept of 2. So it's going to look something like this. All right. So now that we have the right picture in mind, let's figure out what it wants from us. Find the area bounded by the functions. Provide a sketch. Okay, so I don't actually have bounds for my integral. I actually have to figure out what these are. Look at the picture there. What's the area bounded by the functions? So it's not this area, because that goes all the way to positive infinity. It's not over here. It's the region bounded between these two. It's the area that's trapped. So if I want to figure out what the area is, I need to figure out what my endpoints are, right? Over what interval am I going to integrate on? Well, these two functions intersect with each other there, so I know that they're equal there. So the question is, when are the two functions equal? 5 minus x squared is equal to 2 minus 2x. Let's move this 2 to the other side. So if I subtract 2 from both sides, I get 3 minus x squared is equal to minus 2x. If I multiply both sides by minus 1, and let's subtract the 2x to the other side, we get x squared minus 2x minus 3 is 0. I believe this factors nicely. We could say minus 3 and then plus 1. So we've got a 0 at 3. We've got a 0 at minus 1. So the minus 1 is right there. Right, at minus 1, when x is equal to minus 1, my two functions are equal to each other. And then apparently my graph doesn't look very good. That point right there is supposed to happen when x is equal to 3. So let me try to fix that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I think now we know what we need to do. We just need to do it. We need to integrate from minus 1 to 3. And now which function is on top? It's the f of x. So f of x minus g of x. F of x minus g of x is going to give me these heights. And then I'll integrate these heights. So I'll add them all up. And it will eventually give me the area between these two functions. All right. Integral from minus 1 to 3. F of x is 5 minus x squared. I subtract 2 minus 2x. Right, notice I subtract 2 minus 2x. So make sure to distribute that negative sign. All right, minus 1 to 3. We've got a 5 and a minus 2, so that gives us a 3. We have a minus x squared and a plus 2x. Now let's anti-differentiate. 3x minus 1/3 x cubed plus x squared between minus 1 and 3. So if you take this and evaluate it at 3, you get 9 there. And then we'll subtract off the same antiderivative at minus 1. And if you plug -1 into that antiderivative, you get minus 5/3. So I can write that 9 as something over 3. That's 27 plus 5 now over 3. 27 plus 5, what is that? 32. 32/3. So that's how much area is bounded between those two graphs.